Hey, big hello once again to everyone watching and welcome back to City Bus Manager, where we're somewhere a little bit different because right now we're in what was the Olympic Stadium grounds, which I think is now the Queen Elizabeth Stadium or the West Ham Stadium. I don't actually know what the name of it is, but this is a little different from last time. So we're no longer in Croydon, we're now based in Stratford with a Stagecoach London depot at West Ham. And if you didn't see the previous City Bus Manager episode, that is the end of the Croydon series. I just decided it is a bit too far gone for me to actually properly turn around. It would take too long. It would require a lot of investment. I've basically spread my resources too thin. I've created a lot of end-to-end routes that are now really busy, need more buses. But I don't have the money for the buses, but to get the money for the buses, I need more buses. So I'm sort of stuck in this like negative feedback loop, and I've also maxed out my loans. Whereas over here, not maxed out my loan, still have a 200k loan that I could take. I also have 100 grand in the bank. We've also taken over Route 25, which bit misleading in the title because it's no longer London's busiest route. It is sadly now the second, or it might actually be the third busiest, right behind the 18 over in, I want to say not really West London, from Euston up to, damn, I can't remember now. I can't remember its northern terminus. I know it goes past Wembley. So maybe that would be another thing to actually consider doing. Let's see. So Sudbury and Harrow Road. Yeah, there you go, between Sudbury and Euston. So that is something that we could always do in the future, if we ever manage to expand and cover the entirety of London. At the moment, we've not done much expansion. We just have the 25, as I mentioned earlier, and also the D8. Both routes running with darts at the moment. The D8, for some reason, being the busier of the two, which sort of does confuse me. We also have this charter route that we've created from Whitechapel. I don't know what school. I think it's the London Islamic School, I think. Where is it? Yeah, I think it's London Islamic School. I think they're the ones that have done the excursion all the way out to basically Lee Valley at Barking. They want to go to the youth centre, which is basically halfway across the universe. But they're going to be paying us very, very heftily. I was going to say pretty heftily, but really, really, really good. So, do you know what? I'm willingly, personally going to accept that. Can't complain. But, hello Crazy, hello Alex. Currently playing Train Sim. Reminds me, I do need to get Train Sim. I do need to play some more Train Sim. I've not played it in a little while. Don't even have it installed at the moment. So what I'm thinking of doing, the D8, for some reason, this is 9 minutes late, and I don't know if that's my timetable, and I'm gonna hope and pray that my timetabling is pretty good, and that this is able to recover, and we don't see constant D8s being late. But in saying that, this D8 over here is also 6 minutes late, so maybe they require a bit more stand time at Cross Harbour. But you know what, that's for future me to deal with. Currently, kind of wants to invest more in our sort of network. We've also unlocked the MMC. I completely forgot about that actually. Last time we did do the Here East shuttle with our one singular MMC, which feels very out of place in amongst all the darts, especially the ones with Arriva Cowhorn livery and also Stagecoach Beach Ball, which, by the way, I have Tram Sim. Oh, Tram Sim. I misread that. What is Tram Sim actually? I don't think I've heard of Tram Sim. I might take a look at that. That might be like future stream. But what I was going to say was I have seen a few comments of people asking where they can get these liveries. If you do want to find these liveries, do just go on the City Bus Manager Steam Workshop page, and if you search Arriva London Dart Livery, Arriva Stagecoach. Did I just say Arriva Stagecoach? No, I meant Stagecoach London Dart Livery. And these should exist. So this one will be called the Stagecoach Beach Ball Livery for the Dart. And then this one's the Arriva Cowhorn Livery. Search those, you'll be able to find them. They should be underneath my account, my Steam account, which is VLondon. Along with probably the Here East one. And also a bunch of Brighton and Hove and just generic MBF4L liveries as well. currently 50% off until the sale ends. Same thing basically just with trams. Obviously that would make sense. It would be a bit concerning if it wasn't with trams. I'd be confused to say to say the least. I'd be like, how's it tram sim, but there's trains, minus the trams as well. So what I'm looking at, I feel like at the moment the 25 is doing okay. The D8, however, definitely needs a frequency increase. But let's sort of look at the timetable. So the timetable is every half an hour at the moment. I think leaving it at every half an hour, but increasing it up to every 20 during peak hours. So every 20 minutes during peak hours, and then on Sunday having its own dedicated timetable. So it's not starting as early. Start it, you know what, half an hour later. So at 28 past, I believe. No, but that will be 18 past. And then running this not as late, so it won't be until midnight, it'll be until 11. Turn that off. And then what we can see is if we go on Sunday, starts half an hour later. So the first journey is gone, and the last 2 journeys are gone as well on the Sunday. So we're really trimming back our sort of peak vehicle requirement, which is ideal. Then maybe also look at sort of fixing the timetable, but I think for now it should be okay. And there's 2 different cities, Munich and Vienna. But I prefer Vienna overall, but both cities are their own games. With TramSim, is there a Steam workshop? Because it would be very interesting if people could mod other cities as well. Because obviously at the moment, it being in Austria, having Munich and Vienna, it's not a large selection of cities, but can't really, like, beggars can't really be choosers almost. I feel like the next route that we should probably do, start expanding, is I'd want to say the 276. Let's see. See where the 276 goes in relation to Stratford. So it does actually come past West Ham. Nope, but the game's kind of been abandoned, but still pretty fun time to time. You know what? Fair enough. If it's still pretty fun, it's not the end of the world if it doesn't have Steam support, I suppose. It just obviously means that the game is going to die a lot sooner if it's already been abandoned. Also, we have 60 minute wait time in our service centre. So whilst here as well, I think I will hire 2 more service employees, get the cheapest labour that I can find. Not slave labour, but virgin on it. Send out the MMC. Just different from the usual train simulators, bigger challenge with cars, etc. I didn't even think of it like that. Do you know what simulator I'd love to see? I'd love to see like a Prague tram simulator, because you see a lot of those videos on YouTube of like just basically people in Prague just don't know how to drive and how to deal with the trams there. They just constantly crash into them. And I just think it's really funny. It would be really, really fun to actually like properly deal with cars and that, because obviously with Train Sim, there's not much of a challenge apart from like trying to time your stop-ins correctly so you don't overshoot stations. But that's like the hardest part of Train Sim. Whereas like Tram Sim, have to deal with cars and dumb AI. It's basically a hybrid. Yeah, Prague trams. A hybrid between OMSI and Train Sim is what it's basically what I want to see, like Train Sim 2. Sorry, Tram Sim 2. I'll still do brand new 276. So this would be from here, and it would be so. I say go up to Stratford and then down to Homerton Hospital. Or Plaster, actually. Wait, hang on. Did I say Homerton? No, it goes to Newham Hospital. Stratford. I'd say if I run it alongside the depot, so it'll dead run from the depot into Stratford. So let's see. So when you leave the depot, got to do this mess. Come up here, go up here, then come up here. London Road, West Ham, Laywick Street, Mitre Road, Church Street, Paul Street, and then Stratford Broadway, and then from there, then just going up around Stratford bus station. Obviously, the route in real life does not terminate at Stratford. It does continue up to Newham and Stoke Newington, but at the moment, I feel like if just terminated at Newham Hospital. I'm getting all my names confused up. Corporation Street, West Ham Station, Milner Road, Godbold Road, and then Star Lane Station. So I feel like send it down there. After that, Cannon Town Star Lane. Oh, hang on a minute. So it doesn't turn in there, it actually turns in here. Then at Star Primary School. Does that say Fixon Road? No. Exenin Road. And then Star Lane again. There's Terrace, and then it goes up via Hermit Road. Then continues up along this road, so Rugby School, Croydon Road, King Street, Balham Street, before then turning off. It's a bit further up. Then Plaistow Police Station. I don't know how to pronounce that. Turning off down here. Newham University Hospital, New Vic College. Newham University Hospital Emergency Department. And then terminating at the Surgical Centre. And send it all the way back. So this, at the moment, I feel like I'll leave probably at a half-hourly frequency. And then sort of see from there. Sort of whether or not it needs a frequency uplift, but use a couple of our spare darts that we have on this service. Star Lane, Star Primary School, and then Star Lane Station, and then back around to Godbold Road. So every half an hour, allow them to change shifts. So this, I'd say, the first couple of shifts, so these two up until about midnight. First couple of shifts, I'm just gonna start them early, so they'll be from about 3:50, and then they'll only run into Stratford. So basically, remove all the other stops. Stratford to, so from the garage to Stratford, and then after that, just so that the dead run between the garage and Stratford is covered by a route. So it would be first about half an hour for the first couple of hours of the day, running through. So these will then terminate at Stratford bus station and then become a D8 or a 25. Oh, you have a wheelchair user, that's interesting. Got an earache, so not in the best of moods. Oh, that's unfortunate to hear that. Probably would be fun with Catchers. True. It was a pain riding the tram this morning since it was so crowded, probably because it was snowing. I've been squeezed between people and the door, basically. That feels like the average tram experience, to be honest, especially in London with Croydon trams. Which does remind me, actually, we are due to get snow in the London area around Friday time later this week, which I am not looking forward to, because the moment a single snowflake drops in this country, that is it. Everything shuts down. And it's just the end of the world, apparently. So from Stratford, delete all the delete all the stops. Even actually, do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to copy from this, and then paste it over here, and then modify stops. So there's no stops here, but down here, from Stratford bus station. Hang on a minute. Do you know what? I'm doing it from the wrong way. So go up. Oh, there it is. From Stratford bus station, go down to Godbold Road. So this is sort of the dead run in the evening. From about then, I'd say. So that basically, take a look at the timetable. 55. Basically like it, 10-minute. Make it a 10-minute service, basically, in the evening, so we can get all our buses back. 45. I'd say end it around 25. Maybe 35. So get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 buses back into the garage in the evening. I think is possible. Do that every 12 minutes instead. Activate it now. So the 276, get 2 buses onto that immediately. And this is sort of, we're making Stratford our central hub at the moment. On usual days, the trams aren't busy at 7:30 for me. They're still busy, but less than the line I take. It might be possible that there was actually, the Here East shuttle and the allocated bus has been taken. So we can do a little bit, be a little cheeky and misallocate an Arriva Dart onto the Here East shuttle. Technically, we should be using branded vehicles, but that's not a stipulation in our contract, so we're not going to get penalised for it. But going back to what I was saying earlier, it might be actually, out of bus drivers, that the tram in front of you was either cancelled or heavily maybe ran early. Oh, there must be a reason as to why, like, your tram got so packed. Can't be that all those extra people... I need to hire bus drivers. Don't care about their skill level, how friendly they are. You drive a bus, it's in London, you rarely talk to the bus drivers. They're still... And it's only super busy when it's bad weather. Oh, okay, so like basically everyone in your town or village walks, and if they can't walk, then they take the tram. That is pretty good. To be fair, I don't notice a similar pattern in London with the Croydon trams, or just with public transport in general. If anything, I notice almost the reverse. If there's bad weather out, you tend to, more often than not, get a seat on public transport, because I think, oh, no, it's always my tram is late. That might be just because of rush hour traffic and also people not letting the tram, like, go. People running for the tram, that sort of thing. But it does very much remind me of, like, the commutes that I'd have to do on the Croydon trams. Used to lived in Croydon and having to commute into Beckenham. The tram was always absolutely rammed. Thankfully, Croydon, where I was, usually would empty out, so I was able to get a seat. But it was really fun watching. It sounds horrible, but not. People suffer almost in a way where, like, they were all just standing crushed up against the walls. It was sort of entertaining. I also remember there was a tram crash because some 6-year-old rammed the side of a tram and the tram went off the tracks at 7:10. Do you know what? That's when you know you're going to have a long day. You track to see when your tram's due. You see, oh, the trams have been suspended because someone doesn't know how to drive. Like, whose grandfather is this? And please revoke their license. The tram I take doesn't go through that area, but was still delayed by all the trams curtailing. That would make sense. Actually, not necessarily. I guess it would make sense. I don't know, actually, what would they do in that situation? Like, would they run a split service because they're not able to run through that section? So, for example, like, I suppose an example would be like the Croydon tram link. If they can't run through East Croydon or through Central Croydon, then they'd run a split service between, like, New Addington and East Croydon, and then between, like, West Croydon and Wimbledon. There wouldn't be service between West or East Croydon, but still on the outer extremities there would still be service. Once on the tram, when it crashed, walked to the next stop. After 10 minutes, the tram which crashed just came past us. I mean, honestly, I respect the efficiency, but it's also like, what else is the tram supposed to do? It's not exactly, can't exactly just stay there. Oh. Intriguing. They do split, especially when construction works. Oh, okay, so you do... Oh, do you... Here's a really interesting point of comparison. Do you guys get the rail replacement buses? So if there is construction works, do you have rail replacement bus replacement trams? Yeah, but only 10 minutes it took, it felt kind of weird. True, I suppose, it being so quick after the crash, but if the controller is breathing down the tram driver's neck being like, bring it back to the depot, there's not much else they can do. Okay, do you know what? It's a bit sad having all this empty space and some of our customers just staring blankly into walls. So I think I shall get some service desks. Just so that we can get a few more sort of... Is there anything on the other side of this? Ooh, I think I could fit a door in between. Maybe not quite. Oh, well, okay, that's been blocked by that, but like you wouldn't be able to tell because it's all tinted. What I would want to do is probably change this around because I don't like what I've done here. I'll keep the game going in the background whilst I do this, obviously, because you can't have a not bus replacement, but a service centre replacement bus. That ain't possible. But this is slowly expanding. A few more service member staff, service employees. They can get over there. Yes, we do, but we also have to send some sort of vehicle from the depot to the site, but construction works only really happen on weekends or school holidays, and if it's a weekday, it's sometime outside the rush hour. Yeah, it's mostly the same here as well, except if it's sort of like last minute, if something happens where like a crack develops in the rails, which happens surprisingly more often than you'd think, then you'd get emergency rail replacement, or tram replacement, I should say. It's only happened a couple of times, and only once when I was living in Croydon, and that was more towards out Wimbledon way, and I can't remember exactly what was the emergency rail replacement. I believe it was a failed tram on the single line section, like completely failed. They couldn't move it whatsoever, which is a bit ironic because you would have thought like try coupling up another tram to it, but apparently they couldn't, so it is what it is, I suppose. But yeah. So, coming back to the game, which I've realised I've spent the past like 10 minutes just completely waffling. The 276, that's 20 minutes late. That has actually really concerned me. This should not be as late as it is. 22 minutes, 9 minutes over. Nothing about its timetable is unrealistic, so I'm not 100% certain as to why this is just delayed. That is really concerning me. It's looking like the 276 might need a frequency or just timetable readjustment, because that's no good. They do have, okay, to be fair, in saying that, they do have a 1 minute stand time. But what I think I will do is actually just completely edit the timetable. So at Stratford, they wait at the bus station for probably about 5 minutes. And then at, where is the surgical centre, wait over there for another 5 minutes. So it's about 70 minutes. And then between tours, timetable preview. So I don't want them to really stand at Goldbourne Road. So is there any way of like, I suppose there isn't really any way of increasing the frequency because they need to stand for half an hour basically at Goldbourne Road. So I could add another 15 minutes at either end or uplift the frequency again. So I could put it down to every 20 minutes. In which case they'd only have to wait for 10 minutes, which is a bit more reasonable. So I can put 5 more minutes either way. So that can go 5 minutes. And then at Stratford bus station, another 5 minutes. So then all the stand time is built in at the terminating points. Whereas in at Goldbourne Road, they go straight on. There we go. So that's more for tomorrow. We also don't actually have very many buses. So what I'll do is also buy some brand new... I think it's time to go a bit fancy and actually get ourselves some MMCs. So get 5 brand new MMCs. Can't actually afford 5. So we'll go down to 4 at the moment. And then as soon as we can, we're going to upgrade up to 5. In the meantime... get it all red, get a nice white roof in TFL colours. Could always put Stagecoach logo. And what I'd love to do is then, oh nope, I want the roundel. There you go, the bus is roundel. And that it doesn't go on this side, it's usually on this side around here. And then also get the Stagecoach logo. So that will be... could always put the white Stagecoach logo. But for now, put the brand new Stagecoach logo down there, down over there. One at the back, just for good measure. Usually they do have it up here in the black bits, but we can't paint that, sadly. Could always put it in retro beach ball colours, but for now, I'll just leave it in default TFL reds. Put the put the MMCs out onto the D8 and the 276. So we have 4, actually. I did think it was 3, it's actually 4. And also, hello Minnie. What have I done so far? I've introduced a brand new route, the 276. I have also lifted the frequency of the D8, so now it's every 20 minutes instead of every half an hour. The 25 I've not touched. The Here East shuttle I've not really touched either. I've also bought 5 brand new MMCs, so we're expanding our fleet. There was once a water pipe break and then they had to shut a selection off for, I don't know, a week and a half, and one of the tram lines was operating an interesting service. I do always love it when they do stuff like that. The only thing is like in London, you don't really get incredibly interesting services. At most, you get an incredibly interesting replacement bus service. So you might get a bus that serves like all stations between New Addington and like Elmer's End, which doesn't make much sense tram-wise. But yeah, the tram services in London, not that interesting. I don't think as well Metrolink up in Manchester, nor like the Birmingham trams and also Nottingham trams. I don't believe they really have, or Sheffield tram. To be fair, Sheffield trams are pretty interesting, especially the tram train. I think that in and of itself, just being a thing, is very, very interesting. Do you have Ashgrove Depot on map? Because when you have money, build a depot there. I am not 100% certain, actually. Let me take a look where Ashgrove is. Where Ashgrove Bus Garage is. It's opposite. Where is this? It's by those are railway tracks. What's the station nearby? London Fields. I don't think no, we're not in sort of that part. Would it be here? Let's see if I can find London. There's London Fields. So Ashgrove is actually just this. So yeah, we are able. So Ashgrove does exist. It was so interesting that displays at the stops couldn't show it. Do you know what, actually, my favourite thing is on Thameslink. Thameslink is a really good example of that. Sometimes you can get really interesting service patterns where not even the displays nor the trains can actually... Well, actually, the displays can, but the trains can't. They can't show them. They always say, like, refer to destination boards, which I find really useless. Because if you're at the station, like, of course, you're going to look at the destination board first. Or Actually, or is it the other way around? I think the screens usually say refer to front of train, or maybe both exist simultaneously. I can't remember which way around it is, but either way, it's pretty useless because if you're at the station and you see the train pulling in, you've already seen the departure board, so you should know where the train's going to. And having it on the train just sort of like confirms being like, oh yeah, this is my train to say like down Brighton, or up to Cambridge, or to Peterborough. So the 276 is doing pretty okay, just 1 minute late. If we look at our bus routes, our busiest at the moment is actually the D8. Erie Shuttle's not making us any money, but that's to be expected. The 25, I don't really know why it's not making us any money. That's a bit confusing. I might extend it from Stratford down to sort of Mile End or Whitechapel, just because. But in the meantime, I do think as well, if I just build out these streets so that I can slowly build some more parking spaces, since we did buy some brand new MMCs and we do need space for them. What day is the charter trip again? I'm going to be honest with you, I cannot for the life of me remember, which is a bit of a problem. I feel like the special Hero East branded MMC should have its own dedicated parking spots. And then all the other MMCs, what I shall do is I'll allocate their parking to be on this row. And then the Stagecoach darts here, and then the Arriva darts over here. So let's see, Arriva dart, that will go down here. Arriva dart down to here. Another Arriva dart down here. The Stagecoach darts, get them all up over here. We're getting a call from Pernell Russell, and he was caught using his phone whilst driving, and he wants me to pay his fine. That's not happening. And then Felix is asking for a holiday, especially after what his colleague did, so I'm going to decline the holiday because you need to work some overtime to make up for your colleague that is caught at the wheel with the phone. Can you do reg plates? I can. I can do custom regs and custom fleet codes as well. Just give me a sort of indication of what fleet codes you'd like to see and I can implement them. So for example, if you'd like to see, let me get a preserved, let's see, LV52, what is it? HKL, that's the dart. So 34359, I can get that onto this dart. I need to build the sort of paint workshop for it, but that's fine. Do the people at Service Centre just not feel like it here? Just not feel like it here, or what? That's just not English. I don't know what does that mean? Do the people at the Service Centre just not feel like it here? I'm gonna be honest with you, like, Romeo, I think that might be a you problem. I had high expectations, but this bus company deeply disappointed me. I've been riding the slow coach buses for a long time, and now they provide a very reliable service. See, that's what we can do. Not going to get you there in speed, but we are reliable. Stagecoach for the buses. Oh, you can see it when you press edit timetable on it. Oh, take a look at that then. Edit timetable is on Saturday. Hold on, timetable preview. It's on Saturday at 12. It's not too bad, actually. Allow them to change buses within the shift, so that will be in a couple of days' time. Yeah, so what I can do is build the paint shop, and then for this, I'm not selling it, but since this bus does exist in preservation, I will actually immortalize it in this game as well. But yeah, oh yeah, of course, I just realised I remember it as well, because of course it was a school trip that's taking place on the weekend, which didn't make any sense. Reg font. gonna need to open up the UK sort of reg plate font. I'll do is, what is it, 34359. That's the fleet code. Get that in white. Save that. Save as textures as 34359. Oh, hang on a minute. And save that. Textures 34359. And then also getting the reg plate, so it will be in number plate. It will be LF52 H what was it, H, find it, I've lost where, oh, HKL, that's it, HKL. There we go. And then LV52. So what I can then do is, since I've created those sort of numbers, I can add the fleet code. So that usually goes up here. Fleet code on stagecoach buses. And then also, where else does the fleet code go? So it's in the middle. Then it's at the back. Usually get them back here. This doesn't carry the Stagecoach Beach Ball livery anymore. That is fine. 34359. And on top of that, then I can get LV52, which is its reg plate. Doesn't actually want to fit down there, which is unfortunate. Even if, okay, so that's just a texture I can't change. So I can add the fleet codes, but I can't change reg numbers. They wanted a school charter trip on a Saturday. Good thing I don't have to use a keyboard for tram sim even. Oh, I'm using my Airbus joystick. Do you know what? I actually feel like that is a lot more realistic than using a steering wheel or any other sort of form of Joy-Con. Because that is very much how they control trams in real life and also trains. It'll be very cool, actually. I just realised if that did existed. So instead of having like a Airbus joystick, you had like a generic sort of train one. I'm sure that's something that some people have actually done in their free time. But yeah, that'll be really, really interesting. Okay, so all the buses that are coming back, gonna assign them to specific spots in the garage. So all the Arriva buses go down there, the MMCs stay there, Stagecoach darts, and then slowly but surely we can just withdraw the fleet when the time comes. So we should have, let's see, so there is 6 Stagecoach darts there, 6 Arriva darts. Let's see what's still out on the field. There actually isn't anything out here. We are horrendously in the negative though, which is a bit scary. We do have 3 more spaces, which I will leave for now. Skip the time, go to the early morning. So the 276, so this is the morning rollout. I feel like 276, get some darts on that. The 25, sorry, let's get some MMCs. Get the dart on the D8. Dart on the D8. Get a, I keep mixing up darts and MMCs. They probably exist. I mean, there's a Class 68 control thing you can kind of buy. To be honest, as I said, even if they don't exist, 100% there's already someone who's like actually recreated it. Also, another dart onto the D8, probably send out an Arriva one. Obviously these are MMCs, technically darts as well, but not. I think they dropped the dart name after the launch of the MMC range. Get a Stagecoach dart on the 25. We are horrendously losing money at the moment. Only costs between 270 and 450 quid, and it works for Train Sim World and Train. Oh, that's pretty interesting, to be fair. Now the Reaver darts. But see, Mike, what I'm thinking of, it would be a lot of fun if there existed like a London underground sort of train controller as well. One of those. Obviously that is more sort of limited. Can only really do underground stock stuff, but still be pretty fun. Okay, so 17 quid in ticket sales, minus 2 grand in staff costs, which is a massive yikes. We made 15 grand yesterday, so that's not like too bad. 12 grand of it did come from subsidies though. That was government support. I'm not 100% certain if... Oh, I've actually lost the 200 grand loan offer. That's interesting. Didn't know that this actually refreshed. Investments. This is just sort of showing how much we spent. So yesterday did spend 125 grand on buses. Yikes. So now we sort of just watched a rollout. So a bunch of darts at Stratford's bus station. 25 has 7 people on it. The D8 has 5. That isn't too bad. And then why does the 25 wait at Stratford Centre? That's confusing. The 276 then has 6 people on it. Now 12. What is with the 25's timetable? Hang on a minute. Stratford Centre. They shouldn't be waiting as long as it is. They should literally... Oh wait, hang on. Nope, never mind. I see what I've done here. Stratford Centre, with the frequency increase to every 25 minutes, has completely thrown this out of sync. So that's why they're going to wait here basically for 20 minutes. Hello, Amari. I tried looking for it, but it showed me eBay London Underground carriage and came up with some old carriage maps. That's also another thing, actually. The London Transport Museum used to have sort of half of a 96 stock cab, and I feel like that's... So you do see there are videos of people who've done like entire bus dashboards for OMSI. So it's like seeing something like that, like in a home setting, would be very interesting. If you, especially for like say a tram cab, because I think that's pretty unique, and I don't think that's something that's been done. So what routes we have the 25, which is, or used to be, London's busiest route, the D8 and the 276. We are also contracted to do the Here East shuttle, which is what this sort of route is. Which does remind me, I do kind of want to change the colours of it. Edit timetable, confirm. Oh, never mind. I guess I can't. Oh no, actually I can. So I'd love to make it sort of a teal colour, because that is what the Here East shuttle is. Then we also have this excursion trip in 2 days' time from this primary school. Date Palm Prime. Oh, hang on a minute. It's not the London Islamic School that's going out. It's Date Palm, which I don't know where that is. Where? Which one is it? I mean, either way, there's a bunch of schools in this area, so hopefully they all like pitch in and join. Anyway, so that primary school has paid me to take them all the way to Barking, to the Splashy Water Park, which is what we're going to do on Saturday, so looking forward to that. Put it at 3 times speed, sort of let the simulation run if you like. Hello there. How is everyone doing so far in chat? How's everyone's days going? The 276 is working fine. It's very busy, and by very busy I mean it is filling up the darts. which is fine because that's actually what this route used to be allocated. It used to be allocated darts and now has E200s. This will never see deckers, whereas the D8 and 25 probably will actually see deckers. We've also unlocked some research so we can get better food for our employees, or company rating details. I think I'll go with the company rating details. And also probably, do you know what, since it doesn't cost anything, I will research the food for our employees. So, 25 waiting at Stratford Centre. That D8 is horrendously late. Also not really carrying very many people, but picking up people as it's making its way down to Bow. And then via Bromley by Bow. Then down by Blackwall. And then into Canary Wharf, with the D8 in front also being 14 minutes late. So what this is sort of indicating to me is maybe start the 205. Would it be possible to do the 104, 238 or 262 next? So I'm thinking should run a little poll in chat, sort of see what people are feeling. Should I do the 108, 238, 262 or the 205 next? I'm sort of feeling like, and I'm leaning towards, if I'm being honest, either the 262 or the 205. I think those are two excellent suggestions, especially because 262 would be pretty easy to do. And I can do the entire route because Beckton is over here. And it runs from, doesn't actually even run from, what is it, Galleon's Reach Shopping Park anymore. It doesn't run from here anymore, which is just crazy. But I'll do its old route, and I could do it from here all the way down to Stratford via Plaistow. I do believe it goes via here and then up here. Yeah, so it goes via Plaistow, and then it does sort of follow the 276, but it's also unique routing, so that's fine. The 15, the 135. Guys, that's not one of the options. Let's see if I'll run a little poll in chat. Maker. Next. So we have the 104, the 238, the 262, the 205, the 15, or the 135. Create this poll. And then I shall put this into the chat. Oh, not. YouTube doesn't seem to want to load. Give me a second. This is a bit annoying. Oh, no. Oh, that's a bit of feedback, but there you go. That's linked to the poll. According to TfL bus routes, it starts from Galleon's Reach Shopping Park. Oh, maybe they have... Oops, I've also just realised, completely forgot to allocate these routes. So I'll get all the darts sent out. Maybe they... Oh, do you know what? I think it's because they were having a consultation on it. Cutting it back from Galleon's Reach, from the shopping park down to actually just Beckton. Here Shuttle have left the MMC. There's no bus available to run this shift. So waiting for some more buses to arrive back in the depot. Then we can allocate that. But yes, so the 262 was consulted on to be cut back from here all the way back to, where is Beckton? Beckton's there. So it wouldn't have gone from here up to here, which is what it does at the moment. It runs down via here, into here, and then terminates here. Would have just been cut back to Beckton. Which I'm sort of glad they didn't go ahead with. I actually thought they did go ahead with it. That's why I assumed it would continue. I'd have to do it from Beckton. So at the moment, 1 vote for the 15, 1 for the 135, 2 for the 262. So by the looks of things, if anyone who's just joined, there is a poll link in chat for what route we do next. Do be sure to click on it and give your inputs, because at the moment the 262 is winning. I thought the Heary shuttle was called Irrelevant Shuttle for a second when you signed a pass to do it. Do you know what? I could actually just rename it that, the Irrelevant Shuttle, because that is what it is. Who's actually used the Heary shuttle? I don't know what it's for. Aside from when there's like events at the Olympic Stadium on. Heary shuttle. Would you add the DLR replacements? I'd have to wait for them to call me up and ask for a replacement service to run. But yeah, I can do that. So let's call this the Irrelevant Shuttle with Heary branded vehicles on it. Relevant shuttle, 4 people on it. So looking at the polls, looks like the 262 is still in the lead. So what I shall do is then actually feel like the 262 will be the next route that gets done. However, since we are tight on vehicles, what I should do is this will only use 1 bus at the moment, so this will be an hourly service, which is sacrilegious in London, and it will start from, what's the nearest point to the garage? Plaistow Grove? It starts from Plaistow Grove to Norley Road, Plaistow Station, Kennedy Close, Balham Street, Perth Road, or is it? No, I'm pretty certain it. I actually don't remember which way it runs towards Beckton, because it would. I know it comes up through here. Tollgate Road, Beckton Station. Then it goes via Sandford Road, Vicarage Village. It doesn't run via East Ham, that's for certain. Plaistow, Prince Regent, Barking Road, Gad Close. I do remember that stop name actually. Barking Road, Plaistow, Prince Regent, New City Road, Upton Park, Green Street. Get this over there. Gardens, Lonsdale Close. Does it go up via East Ham? I don't think. Hang on a minute. I mean, if they don't like the hourly service, they can just walk. That is true. That is my motto, and I think TFL's motto at the moment, to be honest. 262. Just making sure I'm doing this correct, because I don't actually remember. It does go straight through Plaistow Library. It doesn't actually go up via Boundary Road, so it doesn't make a turn. Just goes straight down, which is what I thought it did, but I couldn't remember if it served Newham Hospital or not. Apparently it does. It does just go straight through Beaumont Road, Wigston Road, and then, oh, it's over here where it's... Okay, that makes sense. To be fair, I do remember that on its last day. So Newham University Hospital, Bennett Road, Newham Leisure Centre, then it comes via Coleman Road, Sullivan Avenue, Beckton District Park, Dove Approach, Swallow Street, Kingsford Way, because I actually remember the amount of roundabouts here, but my driver was determined and he was on a mission to get home. Not even on time. He wasn't late, but he arrived into Stratford 8 minutes early. And obviously that is my, I think, 3rd most viewed video on this channel. If you did want to see that. Beckton Station. I could do the double run into Beckton bus station, but it's not really worth it. And then East Ham Manor Way, Horseleys, Fernell Street, and then Gallings Reach Station, Armada Point, Beckton Depot, Hornet Way, then back round to Gallings Reach Shopping Park, Hornet Way, actually make me wonder. From... Oh wait, hang on a minute. Ah! You know what? It has been cut back, but it hasn't been cut back all the way, because Gallons Reach Shopping Park, it used to go up to East Beckton Sainsbury's. There we go. I did think it was cut back. There you go, Gallons Reach Shopping Park, and then Hornet Way, Beckton DLR Depot, Armada Point, Gallons Reach Station, Horseleys, that stop name, Beckton Station, Kingsford Way, Swallow Street, Dove Approach, Beckton District Park, Sullivan Avenue, Coleman Road, Newham Leisure Centre, then via Newham University Hospital, Beaumont Road, Barking Road, what's this, Gad Close, which is actually where I remember my driver raced a 472 between Gad Close and Plaistow Station, and of course my driver won. Being on an absolute mission to speedrun the entirety of the 262. Plaistow Grove, Church Street, Paul Street, Stratford Broadway, then via Stratford Bus Station, Stratford Centre, back round Stratford Broadway, Barnaby Street, Church Street, and then back down to Plaistow Grove. So this takes about 85 minutes to do end to end, so I'll leave it at hourly. Oh, the 473. Couldn't remember 473 or 472. I thought that yep. Currently watching the video or looking at parts of it. Yeah, to be honest, it is one of the most lively rides I've had in a vehicle actually in London service. Put this to be every 90 minutes, because I know it's every half hourly, which completely is unheard of in London, but I do just want it to use one singular bus, because I'm really stretching my resources thin here. But yeah, no, the 262 video is really genuinely the most lively ride I've had in London. My driver was absolutely enjoying the Trident he had. He constantly downshifting all over the place, absolutely flooring it. Speed limits didn't exist in his mind. Once had a fast tram driver who somehow was able to keep on time during rush hour. That's really impressive. I always appreciate drivers who are able to stick to the timetable even during rush hour. Nope, not happening. Okay, so 276, the D8, that's very busy, so I'll allocate MMCs onto that. We've also got the 262 up and running. So our very first 262, where is it? Has not left the depot yet, by the looks of things. Assign. Actually, I say that. The dart I allocated to it has left, but I cannot see where it is. Oh, that's interesting. Very interesting. Oh, there it is, actually. Here it is. This is a dart about to start the 262 from Plaistow Grove. Don't know, he's going 20 miles per hour around the corner probably. Also feel like he was going 60 down a busy road where tram drivers usually go 40. For example, actually, that 262 video, I know for a fact that that driver, he was doing probably about 40, 45 down some sections. I think the fastest he went was probably in the beginning bit around like Armada Point. I think he got up to 45. And obviously that's a 30, and this is in miles per hour. This isn't even kilometers per hour. So he was pelting it. And then also in, where is it? This section over here between Swallow Street and Beckton District Park, with all the roundabouts, every single roundabout, come into it, probably into second, downshift, go straight across, get up into probably third, then slow down again here, back into second, and then back into first again. And it was just a really good good run, to be fair. So we have no buses, so we are waiting for our buses to return back that are currently out on shifts. The Irrelevant Shuttle, or the Here East Shuttle as it was formerly known, is currently 13 minutes late. It's using 2 buses, which I am not 100% certain as to why. It's a 15-minute shuttle. Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, and Saturdays. That's pretty confusing. I have no buses still. Might need to take out another loan. Take this out. No. Oh, I just got an achievement. Oh, I got a brand new medal. Nice. Okay, so 190k. And then sort of maybe repay that. 170k. 200k. There we go. That's fantastic. So what I shall do is then also buy some brand new buses. It might be worthwhile researching another new bus. Because I don't really want to buy more MMCs. I want to buy something new, exciting, keeping it lively. Yeah, well, that's 70k kilometers per hour-ish. The only thing I enjoy about buses is when they go fast, but they're slower than trams. Usually, since trams signals are kind of coded to go green once the tram comes. That is my favourite thing about sort of trams, is when they do have priority. That's what that's called. That's given priorities at junctions to the trams, which I feel like is the best part of them. At least in the UK, we have a lot of sections where they should be more. They're more like hybrids between light rail and like trams. Light rail in terms of like the DLR, because they have a lot of off-road running sections. It's not really like in Europe where trams are mostly on the roads or on the side of roads. We don't have a lot of that in the UK. It's only just through town centres, but still, when they are on the roads, they are given priority, which is again the best part. It does make them very fast, a lot faster than buses. But it is still a thing very much I enjoy as well. It's just like when you get a driver who does not care and he just absolutely floors his bus, and I go, do you know what? This is enjoyable. The 262 is absolutely rammed. So yeah, maybe this does need a frequency increase, especially considering it's already 3 minutes late, and there's still people left behind. So an hourly service in London clearly doesn't go down well with the population, but still, yeah. D8, 6 minutes late. Okay, so get ourselves down to the Saturday, I feel like, so that we can actually see that interest in working. Sort of shuttle service. D8, allocate the here East MMC. So we currently have 3.5 minutes of average delay. Those MMCs are absolutely stinking up the gaff. Get them cleaned. One thing I'm super glad for is the fact that there is automation now in terms of cleaning. Do we have any service, any researchers? Ooh, none that are not here outside core hours. So I'll get another researcher because I do actually want them here. 276. Sort of am hoping we can sort of that 10 minutes, that every 12-minute stint from Stratford bus station down to the bus garage. Hopefully I don't need to allocate extra buses in the garage just to do that, because that would be a waste of money. Well, someone today was going to take a bus at 5:30, but it was 86 minutes late with a small delay of 113 minutes. Yeah, that's just that. Do you know what? That's just a tiny little delay, you know. I could go to my employer and go, do you know, I'm only just slightly late, about 2 hours, give or take. When buses are that late, I don't, or like public transport in general, I just don't understand what the service controllers are doing. I think to myself, I go like, has no one decided to curtail this just so that I can get back on time? Because at that point, it's just running so late, it's just, like, what even is the point of it? You would have had its follower and the follower of the follower, and then the follower of those followers also overtake that by that point. Let's look at our rating. We'll never use this bus company again. Okay, we'll never look at our rating again. Our current delay. What's our most delayed route? It's the irrelevant shuttle. I feel like it might be worthwhile. Oh, they can't even change bus routes within a shift. I'm actually going to change that so that they can. Edit timetable. Make sure that they can all edit. They can all switch routes. 262 is currently making very good money. To 25, less so. Might edit the timetable so it's not every 25. Instead, it's every half an hour. Just because don't want it using that extra bus needlessly. Let's see. So the 262, 25, edit the timetable. When it was every 25, did it require an extra bus? I think it does. So I'm just going to leave it every half an hour. Sort of hope for the best there. So this is the 276 onto the 25. We also have the children's centre now calling us. So we're going to an excursion to a farm on Monday and we'd like to go by bus. We leave at 10 and spend about 7 hours. Must be big enough for 61 people, which our MMCs just about can do. So you can decide the four least, there's four children they like the least. I think the people love you. Yeah, you know what? They absolutely do love me. Ignore Samuel and Stig. And do you know what? I'll just stop looking at that. And they pay 2,300. Where are they going? From here up to... Why is it literally from one corner of the universe to the next? Okay, so we'll go from Naffy Messin Store all the way up to Brooks Farm, which is in Leighton. What even is the route that this takes? So this goes via the Blackwall Tunnel, all the way up via the Olympic Stadium, and then via Spitalfields Market. So then come up there. This is one hell of an interesting route. It's just about covers the Book Hill Children's Centre. Although, to be fair, I could always just... You know what? That's fine. Basically, we're taking them from Woolwich to Leighton, which is an insane distance. But that's for Monday. Yeah, only around 4 buses past that 113-minute late one. By fake reviews, no one will notice. They should take the DLR plus Central plus Walk. Yeah, but I think in this universe, the Underground or TFL doesn't exist. At the moment, no time jump can be performed because the pointer is being cleaned. The Dennis Dart pointer. Do you know what? Whilst here, we'll clean all our buses, give them a wash, speed up the time. Wish that this could be done automatically. Don't have that unlocked yet though. Clean that. So what's this? 276 onto the D5, D8 even, not the D5. The 262, that will get an MMC allocated to it because it's every hour and a half. Can I do the 108? I can. I shall do the 108, I believe, in the next episodes. At the moment, I feel like having 4 routes, the 25, D8, 262 and 276, I think is a good mix of routes. Focus on these core routes at the moment. And then as I get busier and busier, yeah, true, but then there would have to be rail replacement at every single station. No, technically, the rails do still exist. So there are stations, there is still services, it's just not TFL. So they've decided it's probably like rip-off national rail prices. Also, what the hell? It's going off the map here in Woolwich from the Messin store. Is this actually the quickest route? Alright, well apparently according to the game that's the quickest route. I'm not sure how much I believe it personally, but here we are. Current delay is going down. We're at 3.2 minutes. I really hope the Here East shuttle, the irrelevant shuttle, can just please just stop being late. If not, I can't really see any other ways of like reducing down the sort of delay. Unless I rerouted it, so instead of going via here, it goes up via here, but then it wouldn't be as busy. But Sort of swings and roundabouts. I have to be compensated somehow. I still can't believe this random school in Woolwich has called me up in Stratford asking for a bus service. That, like, they actually must have no other options. Or maybe they're doing a year-long strike. Oh, that's possible as well. They could actually just be on strike for the entire weekend. That would make sense. That's why we're doing the excursion for the other school from... Oh, hang on a minute. Oh yeah, so okay, the excursion is still here. That's why we're doing the excursion from here all the way up to Barking, and now we're doing another excursion on the Monday afterwards from Woolwich up to Leighton, which again, I'm really covering every single corner of the map. This just reminds me of the time Metrobus was operating in Stratford on like a park and ride shuttle, which you just never expect them to see. The good thing is one of the minibuses mods I have can carry 101 people. That is... Do you know what? That's crazy, because how the hell do you fit 101 people into a minibus? You are slamming them up into like the overhead bins at that point. The D8 is 6 minutes late. That's not too bad. 273, 276, sorry, is 4. The 276 leaving is 2 minutes late. That should pick up time when it passes the depot. It has not. That's fine. This 276 is completely rammed. Good thing I allocated MMCs. This 262 is actually bursting. It's absolutely heaving. N is also horrendously late. I feel like the next thing to do is actually buy some more buses. What have we unlocked? We've unlocked the Citaro, which I think is a really nice premium experience. So if you get 4 of those, get 4 Citaros. Not certain what livery I'd put them in. Don't have any specific liveries. Could always put them into Stagecoach Beach Ball again, or these could go into Arriva Cowhorn. Arriva never had any of these, but you know, that's irrelevant at the moment. If I sort of just put that there, put this to here, and it's gonna be an unbranded one for now. And then come back to it in a bit. What I could do is, if we can sort of make it so that it had Arriva branding once upon a time, but it now does not. We're now slapping the Stagecoach logo over it. Stagecoach. Yes, that is misspelt. That is intentional. There you go. Stagecoach over the top. So there is some remnants of brand in there. Put those in, and then in the next episode, I feel like I will probably develop a beach ball. And it's a 12-meter bus playing in not so rural Germany right now. You should send the worst bus you have tomorrow onto the charter. Do you know what? I feel like one of these darts is gonna pick that up then. Or, do you know what I could do actually? Buy a Sprinter. It's in horrible condition. It doesn't have air conditioning or a router. The indicators don't work. I could buy this and send it out. Or I can buy this. Oh my god, this is actually in the state. Is there a Citaro I could buy? Or buy this, which again is in a horrible state. Do you know what? I'm buying this, and this is going out on the charter tomorrow. 22 grand. They've rejected my offer. I'm gonna be honest, I think that was a generous offer, considering the state of that dart. There we go. So this dart, do these not fit? Oh, hang on a minute. So what I've done is I've accidentally bought too many buses because I don't have space for all 5 of them. So this dart can go down here, And this is what's been sent off into the shuttle. I don't know what these white stains are, and I don't want to ask. Get a master, 19 people. London United, that is a very good suggestion, actually. I will change these into London United vehicles. Or, oh, do you know what I'm going to do? In the next episodes, because I don't have enough time at the moment to actually fully do it. It does take about 20 minutes, but next episode, probably one of these will go in London United colours and the other one's going to go in London General colours. So it'll be old sort of what these would have worked in real life. So X203 and X521 and 507. And then this one of these, or both of these, can go into X227 colours. So we'll have the sort of triage of routes that used to use 12-metre long Citaros in London, especially the 0530s, which are sadly dwindling because the 203 lost its, and the 108 is about to lose its. And the 108 is the last route in London to use the 0530s, which is proper sad, but can always be immortalised in this game, and that's what I shall plan on doing. Research some decors and research the bus stop upgrades. And then at the moment, sort of don't have any more problems. Just let the game sort of run in the background. And actually, to be honest, what I'm going to do now that I have an extra bus is on the 262, I'm going to just add an extra bus in the form of a Citaro. Wait for it to leave the depot, and then I'm going to follow it, because that MMC is completely rammed. The 25, do you know what, for a laugh until tomorrow, since excursion is tomorrow, I kind of am tempted to send out this dilapidated old Dart onto the 25, and I think I am. Oh, there's the Citaro. So this is our brand new vehicles entering into pre-service onto the 262, because at the moment that is our busier route. It might reduce down into every hourly, I think is what I'll reduce the frequency down to. At the moment it's actually carrying, okay, I was going to say carrying no one, but it is actually carrying people now, thankfully. For a second there I thought I did that for no reason. No, it's actually completely, nearly full. 64 people, 69. Nice. Getting proper good numbers. We're about to pass the MMC, which is going to absolutely fill up because there's 20 people waiting over here at Kingsford Way. It's already full, actually, I should say. Only 4 people managed to get on. This 262 has basically no one on it. I can kind of see why TfL cut this section of the route, considering no one wanted to go here, no one got on or off. No one's getting on at Gallons Reach shopping centre as well, or at Gallons Reach station. Oh, do you know what? That will be why it's adding time. Hang on a minute, I'm going to change that. I didn't expect it to do that. Where is it? Beckton Station, Gallons Reach Station. Delete that because from Armada Point, station's there. So this should now be 83 minutes, to be fair. And I will do as I promised and reduce it down to every 50 minutes. Every hour, every 50, every 45. Do it every 45. So one extra bus can go onto that route. D8 can get Citaros because it is very busy. Where is our Citaro? Our Citaro is up here by Plasto. It's got 26 people on it. So this has done a good job. It does prove that there is demand for a second bus on the 262. Maybe not with 83 people capacity. Maybe we do have to look at allocating darts now onto the 262. Still increasing capacity technically, just not the massive capacity increase it needs. And then put another Citaro on the D8. I feel like what I'm going to do is I'm going to reshuffle all the routes, so all the Citaros will be allocated onto the D8. The MMCs can go on the 276, and then any darts that remain can be split between the 25 and the 262, and try allocating probably one Citaro or MMC onto the 262, just because that looks like a busy route at the moment. Whereas the 25 is sort of, it's trundling along. It's vibing. It's not doing much, if I'm being honest. It's not being the massive success I thought it was going to be, which is a bit sad, but maybe that's just because I've not unlocked its potential and I need to extend it down to Whitechapel, but we don't really have the spare buses at the moment to do that. So the next two things that I'm looking at doing is creating the 108 and extending the 25. The 25 will go down to Whitechapel, which I feel like this is probably the busier end, or in the game it will probably be the busier end of the 25, whereas in real life actually the busier end is this end between it's between Mile End and Ilford. The irrelevant shuttle, the Here East shuttle bus isn't in the depot, so I can't send that out. Send that out onto the 276, so I'm just misallocating everything at the moment. Sataras are going on whatever route. Relevant shuttle can probably get. Yeah, I'll send out the Sataras onto the irrelevant shuttle at the moment. It needs to be cleaned. Get these all ready for service tomorrow. Get these washed. That needs fuel. Get this washed and cleaned. And these are all basically ready for service tomorrow, along with, where is it? This heap of junk, which is 7 minutes late because of course it is. The driver is actually regretting coming into work today to drive that horrendous shift. And drive this horrendous vehicle. But what I shall do is I'm actually going to leave this episode here, leave it on a bit of a cliffhanger, so the next episode is actually when we're going to be doing both our shuttles, our primary school shuttle up to Leighton and Barking, and also the one from Woolwich up to Leighton, I should say. But I do hope you've enjoyed this stream. If you've managed to get it this far and you're new here, do be sure to subscribe for more. Turn on the bells and notifications to be notified every single time I go live, because I do try stream once a week or more. If you've enjoyed this video, do be sure to give it a like, and I hope to see you in the next one.